So our angel food cake is in the oven baking, and in the meantime, we are going to make a delicious lemon cream cheese frosting. To me, a cake is only as good as its frosting. So we're going to start with some room temperature butter. When we mean room temperature, we mean leave it out for a number of hours, even up to overnight. Don't worry. We're going to add our butter, and we're going to add 12 ounces of cream cheese. That's 1.5 packages. Right into the stand mixer. Again, room temperature. I'm going to put that on here with our paddle attachment, and we are going to whip that until it is light and fluffy. If you don't make sure that your butter and your cream cheese are at room temperature, you'll end up with a lumpy frosting. You don't want to mess that. So once this gets nice and light and fluffy, we're going to add in our powdered sugar. This is about 4 cups of powdered sugar. It's a lot, but we're making a lot of frosting. So, looks like we're nice and light and fluffy, so I'm going to turn this down a little bit, or else you'll be covered in powdered sugar. And then I'm going to start by adding a little bit at a time, letting that get incorporated. As you can see, like airborne sweetness. Love it. And once we get all of our powdered sugar incorporated into our butter and cream cheese, we're going to add our flavorings. We're going to add some vanilla, because vanilla should go in every frosting, and some lemon zest. If you have lemon extract, that'll work as well. And we're going to let this mix until it's nice and fully incorporated and light and fluffy. While it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and add in my lemon zest. So, like Chef Mara always shows you, we like to put the rasp or the microclane on the bowl, and then we're just going to go back and forth. We rub the fruit against the rasp so that all of the essential oils in that fruit are going down into the frosting, not out into the air. And make sure you stop when you get to the pit. And give it a good tap. Now we're going to add some vanilla. We're using vanilla bean paste because it's yummy. Give me a little more. And don't forget, pinch of salt. And there you have it, lemon cream cheese frosting.
I'm going to finish our cake. It has cooled off. Definitely you want to make sure you don't feel any warmth if you're going to ice this. So I'm going to put that curd in the center of the cake. So I'm going to cut the cake in half like this. So keep turning and keep going in little by little. And that way you get a much more even cut. All right, I think we're through there. So take that top layer off, make sure you get your whole hand on before you flip it over. And then I'm just going to go in and I'm going to take out a little bit of the cake on the center. You just use your hands for this. This is the easiest way to get it out of there quickly. And then this is what we call chef snacks. That's how we keep going, is by taking little bites of food that we're not going to use otherwise. All right, so our lemon curd has cooled off quite a bit. So we're just going to fill that little channel that we have dug out of cake with that lemon curd. And it's a really nice surprise when you cut into the cake. And it gives a nice bit of tartness. We have the kind of creamy, sweet icing. So that really gives a nice counterpoint to the sweetness and the butteriness of the icing. Okay, looking good. Smooth that out a little bit. And then again, make sure you get your hand completely underneath. Flip back over. And then we'll get our icing into our piping bag, and I'll show you a couple little things you can do to make this look really pretty. So I have a disposable piping bag here. I always suggest getting piping bags, whether it be a disposable one or a reusable one. Sometimes people suggest using a zip top bag and just snipping off the end of it. And first of all, they're usually not sturdy enough to be able to ice something. And second, the tip is a little bit funny shaped to be able to put, first of all, a tip in or to actually be able to pipe. So you can find these at some craft stores. You can definitely find them online. And if you get a big box of them, you can use them for numerous things. Once you figure out how to use a piping bag, you're gonna wanna use it all the time. So I'm just putting my tip down into the end of your piping bag, and then I like to say it's like you're trying to put on a pair of nylons. So nylons are long socks. Get all the way down to the toe, hold your hand underneath, and then fold the excess over. We're gonna hold underneath like an ice cream cone. You can get a buddy to help you with this, but if you try it enough times, you'll be able to do it just on your own. I did put a little bit of some yellow food coloring into our icing. It's lemon after all, so it'll definitely give the idea that it's lemon. All right, so we want to fill our piping bag. And then hold underneath and pull that excess back up. I'm going to twist up here at the top, and then I'm just going to secure it with a nice heavy-duty rubber band. You can work with it without the rubber bands, but if you're not very experienced with it, or if you're having your kids help you, it definitely makes sure that you're not going to get icing everywhere. So I push my tip down a little bit, and then I'm going to snip the tip of the bag and push my tip back up, so that way the edges poke through and we'll get that really nice pipe. We're squeezing from our dominant hand at the top of the bag, so we're going to pinch right here with thumb and forefinger and squeeze with your other 3 fingers and your palm, and you're just guiding with your non-dominant hand. So if we want to make some little rosettes, we start from the center, squeeze, and then move your bag around in a circle. We can go and do that all over the surface, and you'll wind up with little rosettes. You can also just hold your bag perpendicular to your cake, squeeze, and then pull up, squeeze, and then pull up.